The findings of Britain's long-awaited Iraq war in Korea are a scathing indictment of a conflict it says was mounted on flawed intelligence and executed with wholly inadequate planning.
We have concluded that the UK chose to join the invasion of Iraq before the peaceful options for disarmament had been exhausted.
The 7-year review found that then Prime Minister Tony Blair's government presented an assessment of the threat posed by Saddam Hussein's weapons with a, quote, certainty that was not justified, and that military planning for the war and the aftermath were not up to task.
Despite explicit warnings, the consequences of the invasion were underestimated. The planning and preparations for Iraq after Saddam Hussein were wholly inadequate.
The inquiry refrained from saying whether the 2003 invasion was legal and did not find that Blair and his government knowingly misled Parliament or the British public. Speaking Wednesday morning, Blair said he accepts full responsibility for leading his country into war, calling the decision the most agonizing he's ever made.
For all of this, I express more sorrow, regret, and apology than you may ever know or can believe.
Still, Blair insists there was no rush to war, and he maintains the world is a better place after Saddam Hussein's removal. That's no consolation to many of those who lost soldiers in the conflict and say the Chilcot report only underscores what they already knew.
Personally, I've said it before that it wasn't Saddam Hussein that was a madman, it was Blair. And maybe being in Broadmoor for the rest of his days might go a long way to giving some form of justice to the families and to those boys, all those boys who lost their lives.
Many family members say they'll continue fighting for Blair's prosecution for war crimes, but it remains unclear what, if any, legal action could be taken against him or other British officials. Kelly Daschle, Associated Press.